Right, hello viewers. We are just getting started. Fable versus JohrolF in our latest head-to-head battle. They were just selecting their starting roles. They both opted for pump-action shotguns to begin. And now we shall see what they're going to come up with. How well they're going to do with their runs. Welcome, Ethan. I hope you're going to enjoy the run. Okay, JohrolF just rolls a super shorty, which is probably not the gun he's going to be using very much, but he prepares it nonetheless. Fable's just rolled a bolt action, this one being the MRAD, which would be very useful later if he wants to use it for punching through the hardens. I don't think he picked up the ammunition for it though. Maybe he just wanted the sight. It is a free sight if you buy one and then refund it. And Fable is into his first hold. JohrolF isn't too far behind, having cleared it. And is starting it now. Fantastic. So Fable's got 4 encryptions in the main area of the room, and it doesn't look like he's got any up in the top area. And the encryptions are up. 3, 4, all cleared. Nice clear of hold number 1. JohrolF's popping up. He's got those 2 SO6 nice and cleanly. Waiting for his encryptions to pop. He's only got 3 to clear. They're up and they're all down. Fantastic. That is hold number 1 complete for JohrolF as well.
Data extracted. 3 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
So both runners have completed their first hold, both using pump-action shotguns, and are on their way to getting themselves set up for hold number 2. So hold number 2 is in the J hallway. Can be a little bit awkward when you've got nodes down both arms of the hallway, separated by that big long sweeping corner. So we'll see how both of our players do. So JohrolF has also rolled a bolt-action rifle, and he's manually bolting it quite efficiently, not opting for quick bolting or slide bolting. Instead going for full realism. That looks like white tips. I'm not 100% sure, the lighting in this room can be a little bit odd sometimes. But if it is armor piercing, it's definitely going to serve him well.
Override token found. Interfacing with system node. Hold this position. Analyzing.
So Fable has jumped into his second hold. On the SO6, JohrolF has, so I think that's the UMP45. So JohrolF has by far the more spacious set of capabilities with the guns he has on hand right now. We shall see if he can actually turn that into more worth, whether he can make them work for him. Fable's having slight trouble with that one hardened encryption, but clears it nonetheless.
Advancing to next system layer. Analyzing system.
So we now have the swarm encryptions, and there's one down its long leg, and the other two are up at the far end of the room around the long corner. But not too far around. There's a fairly nice lineup along the main corridor. JohrolF has moved into hold number 2. So he's getting ready for his hardens, as Fable is getting ready for his swarms. He's lined up already with the shotgun. The question is, are they going to pop, or are some more Sosics going to come first? I did think it was a little bit early. The Sosics are up, and the swarms are up for Fable. First one down. He's a little bit close to... Oh, he's missed the swarm that was right next to him. He was a little bit close to it, but he still cleared it nicely. That's hold number 2 complete. And I think I just missed JohrolF go through his hardens. I apologise very much. So with all 3 swarms are very close to each other here. He's got a really, really nice line to take them all out quickly. So if he stands roughly where he is, he has a line straight through. Alternatively, he could go down to the end of the hold to do it. I'll be popping at any moment now. He's lining up on the furthest, getting pre-aimed on it. There we go, they popped. First one down, second one down, and turn to the third. That was a lovely, lovely quick clear.
Data extracted.
Really nice to see.
Advanced
Okay,
system node.
on to preparing for hold number 3. So Fable is still preferring his shotgun, and JohrolF is switching to the bolt action for clearing. It'll be interesting to see what players come up with for dealing with the shield Sosics in hold 3. The shield's of course blocking most gunfire that you fire at the Sosic, unless you manage to get that slit in the shield.
Override token.
There's a battle rifle option here for Fable. That could do him well. Sorry, not battle rifle, assault rifle. And he goes for the L85 with, I think, 30 round mags. That could definitely serve him well. Can't quite tell what ammunition Fable's rolled there. Armor piercing. Okay, that's going to be a fantastic gun for hold 3. And if he takes the sight he had earlier and puts it onto the L85, he can replace the iron sights, that red dot. Does he know that the sight gets replaced? The carry handle is automatically removed when you put a red dot on? I don't know. I'll be asking about that later. JohrolF has plus B APIs for the UMP, so he might just be sticking with that. Actually, is that the... Have I missed him getting a weapon? No, that is the UMP. Okay, great. Sometimes it's a little challenging when you've got 2 viewers to commentate on at once. And he sees the option for a semi-automatic shotgun, and I think he's going for it. Is he selling his pump action without hesitation? And no. He's ditched his shotgun. I honestly thought he'd be going for that one. Fable's ditching his MRAD and the revolver he picked up and never used. And JohrolF is just quickly considering his options, making sure his weapons are ready just before he starts hold 3. And he's in.
Interfacing with system node. Hold this position.
So hold 3, as mentioned before, we start off with shield SOSIGs. One shield SOSIG going from one door and one unshielded SOSIG from the other. Plus B API is actually doing a fantastic job taking out the one shield. And now just going around and punching through those hardens. And that's the harden clear. Really nicely done.
Advancing
I'd probably have kept the shotgun or gone for the semi-auto shotgun option. But you're all showing that you don't need that. You can do it just as well with an SMG and good aim. Okay, so Fable has joined him in hold 3. Struggling a bit with that shield in the darkness there. Finally taking that SOSIG down. He's got to prepare for the hardens. The shotgun should be a very good choice for that. Sneaking through the gaps, apart from that bounced off from that one. He's reloading. L85, he could have been using this from the start as well because of the armor piercing. He takes it down as JohrolF is going after his swarms. Okay, the swarms are down. JohrolF has cleared the second phase of hold 3. So Fable's coming up to his swarms. JohrolF is preparing for his recursives. One in the stairwell and one outside the other entry into the room. Not a very good clear line of sight between the two, but it doesn't take long to switch from one to the other. So Fable has switched back to the L85. I'm surprised that he wasn't using it more at this point. Maybe, again, he doesn't know about the fact that you can replace that, replace the iron sights on the L85 by attaching a red dot. It's a bit of a interesting... Oh, the recursives are down for JohrolF. Really good shooting there. Just taking them out really quickly. And JohrolF is done with hold number 3.
Advance to next system node and take it.
Fable is now, of course, going to be going after recursives. He has both of his appearing in this room. His pretty good lineup on it. He's re-aiming a little, but the SOSIGs are still spawning. He has to take those out before he can move on. Taking another hit there. A little bit unfortunate. He could do with that health. Recursives are up. I'm struggling to start hitting these targets. Of course, you do need to make sure you don't hit blue. One on the far side, and it's done. Fable is through hold number 3.
Data extracted.
For me, I guess.
Tokens found.
That is a very small number of health, around about 500. Yes, he took a few too many hits there. He does have the chance to get that health back by taking out the boxes in supply rooms and taking out patrols. JohrolF doesn't have this problem, however he's still at full health. So this will just delay Fable a bit. It takes a bit of time. It doesn't affect your score to go around farming patrols for health. So that's not too much of a problem. I'm just glad he didn't take a dive in that hold. He got into some problems with the SOSIGs in the dark stairwell there. And that is probably the main cause of the health loss. So is he going to go for the 8-point rifle? He has the points for it. He's going to go check and see what he has elsewhere. Which is a good solid plan. However, JohrolF is moving into hold 4 now. Is he going to go straight into it? Or is he going to Elsewhere first. No, he's straight into hold 4.
System node. Hold this position. Analyzing system.
And Fable buys himself another rifle, this one being the FAMAS. Really, really nice fire rate. I don't think it came with the... Oh, he's selling the L85. I don't think it came with the rail adapter, so he can't put the red dot on there.
Encryption neutral.
JohrolF goes straight through his recursive encryptions.
Advancing to next system node.
Very, very nicely done, very quick.
Analyzing
So this is coming in through each door now in hold number 4. As we get ready for the stealth encryptions. It seems he's got lucky there's only 4 in the room. That should be a nice quick clear. He's taking elevated positions where he's got a better chance of seeing all of these stealths as they appear. Just perched on the ledge there. We'll see if that helps him. He's pre-aiming on an A position, but of course stealth encryptions appear in random locations and they're up. 2, 3, 4. Good clear, took a hit. But this is standard health, you can take a hit to clear faster.
analyzing system.
I see you've got some comparison of the L85 and the FAMAS going on in the chat. Honestly, I'm happy with either. I've got a red dot. L85 is much more comfortable to aim with. The FAMAS does have a nice advantage of a faster rate of fire. If you've got tracers or incendiary ammo, you can just walk the shots in easily enough. Both are fairly good in my opinion in terms of being able to snapshot. One version of the FAMAS has the Stanag, and I believe it's the only version available in Operator Ori. So they share the same magazines. And JohrolF is doing a pretty good job of trying to snapshot those agiles, and he's got them all in quite short time. Really nicely cleared.
5 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
Okay, and Fable is now approaching hold number 4. JohrolF is snatching out his other gun to deal with the encryptions. He keeps going back to the bolt action for clearing. I think that's just for fun more than anything else. And Fable's just clearing, mag dumping for some reason. Not quite sure why he's mag dumping.
Override token found.
Maybe just to get a good sense of how much ammunition he has. And he is into hold number 4.
Hold this position. Analyzing system.
Alright then. So once again, 306 coming in. Sorry, 3 doorways to come in. First round has 406 coming in pairs. Followed by recursion encryptions. And 306 from each door. One from each door. In the following 2 rounds. The recursives are up. Some slightly dodgy shots there. And it was sparking some child nodes. But some good sniping there. But unfortunately one's on the far side. He needs to move closer to clear it. But he gets it. He seems to be a little bit slower than JohrolF at this point.
Analyzing system.
See if he can recoup any time at all, because JohrolF was fast on the stealths and the agiles as well. So Fable's opting for the high ground in this room. Personally, not my preference. You can't see round the corner at the bottom. Any encryptions that spawn down there, you need to get round the corner in order to take them out. I very much prefer more central points, such as the vantage point JohrolF took, where you have clear vision over the entire hold. And the encryptions are up. Spending a little bit of time to kill a couple of SOSIGs, as long as you don't spend more than a fraction of a second taking out SOSIG, that's not a bad option. You don't waste points if you take out at least 2 SOSIGs every second you're not shooting at encryptions. And that was a pretty good stealth clear, even with the time spent shooting at SOSIGs. So I don't think he has lost any points there over JohrolF. We'll see how he does over the Agiles. And JohrolF is into hold 5. I almost missed him being in there. I think he's clearing his stealths. There's a slight problem there clearing them all, but he's through. Very, very nicely done. As they spawn down each of the angles, it can be hard to find them all. It didn't get lost at any point. So that's 2 Agiles down for Fable. Struggling with his third one. Needs to reload. Pulls out the shotgun instead and shoots at point blank. Fable is done with hold number 4. JohrolF, in the meantime, is heavily in speed meat. So he's coming thick and fast. He's popped a shield sausage to give him invulnerability to their bullets. It's a very good way of dealing with the numbers. If you get slightly behind in terms of keeping the room clear, you won't lose your health. And the Agiles are up. That's a very quick clear on the first one. Second one's down. Third, 2 more to go. Fourth and fifth. That was a really, really fast clear. Takes some hits, but not many. His health sausage is there, waiting for him if he needs it. In this final section of hold number 5, where things slow down a little bit and he can just spend his time just blasting through the sausages there. So he doesn't seem to have armor-piercing rounds, hasn't picked them up at any point, so he does have to aim for the neck or knock the SOSIGs out first and then shoot them on the ground. And he's doing that very effectively. Making sure he's getting nice, clean kills. So he's next to the regen, he's waiting for it to pop. There's one more set of spawns, and then we'll be seeing the regen. Takes his health just so he's maxed out. And is it going to spawn? No, there's one more wave of SOSIGs. And it spawned. He's missed one node, he's coming back to it. That was a long leg, but he's cleared it. He is done with hold 5. Fantastic. Right, and while he waits, we will focus on Fable and watch him do his final hold. So Fable is still rocking the FAMAS. I believe he still has his armor piercing. We shall see if he gets anything else that he finds useful. At the moment he's going around just hoovering up these patrols. Picking up a green berry. He does have most of his health back now, up to 4,800, so if anything he might want to find one more patrol. He has the points for... He's 1 point short rather for the battle rifle. Is he going to sell something? Selling his shotgun.
Override token found.
And gets the M14 shorty. Probably the least light battle rifle out of all of the guns. And he's finally using the red dot he's had since the very beginning. Oh, and he's got a laser. I did not realise he had the laser. Although it was mentioned in the chat. Hoytastic saw it. So thank you very much, Hoytastic. Fortunately, he can't attach either to his FAMAS. So it might just be that he is just using the red dot on the M14 going into the final round. Unfortunately, he can't put the laser on this battle rifle. The only rail on it is on the top, and it sits too low that the laser will hit the front optic. You used up all your points buying the rifle there. You can't upgrade the ammunition. The magazine is stuck at 20 rounds. That said, 20 rounds is enough to get anyone through the final hold, as long as they count their rounds, or at least are fairly conservative. You can go full auto on some rifles, and that can burn through 20 rounds quite quickly, but it really isn't needed with a battle rifle. So, checking ammunition, what does he get? Blue tips, incendiary rounds. Looks like he wants to go with those. Not a bad option. And blue tips in the FAMAS as well. I would keep the armor piercing. And are we going to see him finally go into hold 5? Yes, we are. Okay. So let's see how he does here. You do have to contend with SO6 from all directions. Or potentially from all directions. There are 5 spawn points around hold 5 in T hallway, where SO6 can come from. And the stealths are going down. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. And the stealths are down. He's quite happy having cleared it, it seems, tossing his gun around. Of course, now it's speed meet. He needs to be careful that he doesn't take too many hits. The SO6 can be quite lethal here as they come in larger numbers. A much faster respawn timer. Ooh, took a hit there. He needs to avoid taking those shots. Another one hits him. Oh, he's very low on health now, but eats his sausage. He's back up to full. Just needs to avoid that happening again. Go on, get the reload off. He's taking another hit. He is struggling quite a bit with the reload of the FAMAS there. It's a little awkward. It's not in the usual position in front of the primary hand. It's fine, he needs to shoot down the SO6 before aiming at the agiles. So 1 down. 2 down. 3. I think. 4. Come on, come on, come on. That's all 5. Great. So a couple of hits there. He's used his health sausage already. But he's into the final round where it slows down once more. Don't think he's identified where his regen is. It's right next to where he is. To the left as we're looking right now. But he's going hunting for the SO6. That's not a problem. There we go, he's clocked it now. but it's not a problem with going hunting while you know that there's time before the encryption will pop. Usually there are 5 rounds of SO6 at this point, and then the regen appears. And he's still using the armor-piercing rounds that he rolled earlier in the FAMAS, and it is dealing with these level 3 armored SO6 quite nicely. And that's a really nice clear, apart from this last encryption node, which is on a long leg, but he's got it. He is clear. He has completed hold number 5. Let's get them both back in the room. Well, hello, both of you. How are you doing? Oh, you've been busy. Okay, I'm just going to get your scores down, if you want to bear with me just a moment. You both ran standard spawn lock. So JohrolF, you finished first, so I'll give you your score first. With your standard spawn lock modifier, your final score is 207,679.5. Fable, with the modifier, your final score is 203,595. So, unfortunately, that does mean that you are through to the goulash round. Mm-hmm. So, how do you two think that run went for both of you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we.
I got the
Oh,
Express 870, so it didn't have a rail attachment on it, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
okay. Very sorry to the chat. I didn't unmute Discord when I brought them back. Very sorry. Lots of controls to worry about at once. So, Fable, you were just saying about having guns without rail attachments. Could you just turn
Yeah.
to your right and go to the spawn table and spawn the L85 for me, please?
Oh, did I screw something up? What did you want me to spawn?
The L85. The
I don't even know what that is.
It's the first bullpup you found in the game.
The Express 870?
The first bullpup, the L85
Oh,
assault rifle. Under SMG and rifle.
Right.
Middle top. One that looks like an Uzi.
I mean, Oh, so it disappears. So I didn't
Oh,
know that.
okay. Yeah, the stream's still catching up.
Right, right. So when I put an attachment on it, it completely fades out into non-existence.
It does indeed,
That would have been
yes.
good to know. Well, you learn something new every day, and
You
I
do
learned that
indeed.
I'm an idiot. Oh well, there's always goulash, and
Hmm. Well, best of luck with the goulash. Chat,
thank
do you
you.
have any questions for the runners? Um, so you didn't like the L85 because you didn't know you could do that with it.
No,
Um,
I've never actually seen this weapon in a run. I haven't been practicing for that long, so
righto.
never seen this weapon before.
The FAMAS can spawn with a rail that goes on top, but I don't think it spawned for you this time. It's random chance whether it spawns. What were your thoughts on the FAMAS? Why did you choose it over the L85, given that you thought both were iron sights?
Well, this weapon actually didn't have an iron. If you're talking about the M1 Shorty 16 is what it
No,
says in the game. Is that what
sorry.
you're referring to?
Yeah,
Or?
it's the. I was comparing it to the L85. You sold the L85 after you rolled the FAMAS.
Oh, right, yeah.
Was there a particular reason you chose to keep the FAMAS and sold the L85?
Um, the weapon just felt super similar, so it didn't really matter to me at that point.
Hmm. So you just
I
picked one.
assumed I just picked one. Yeah.
Okay. And finally, you went with battle rifle. Hoytastic said going from L85 to FAMAS to M14 Shorty. This guy's been going backwards. And
Yeah.
in terms of generations of weapons, you were going back in time.
Well, I got to nerf myself somehow. I do that with my incredible stupidity. uh,
Um,
but regardless, I think I had fun, so
yep.
that's what matters.
You're off. Hoytastic asks, going into hold 3, you sold away your nice pump action shotgun. What are your thoughts on doing that?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking it was a hard decision for me. I don't really like the shotgun I got. Let me quickly. It was this one, 580 A1 pump, because it's one of the pump actions with the highest tube capacity, but I really don't like the pump action. Sometimes it gets a little bit glitched out, especially if you aim from top to bottom. It's not cycling 100% every time, so I just said, okay, I'm gonna play it safe. I have my UMP, and that's all I need for those encryptions, especially because they're very close. I can get very close to them and just pop them with my UMP.
Okay. I'm going to add to that. I believe it was you who had the option to roll a 2-point shotgun,
Yeah, that wasn't.
semi-auto shotgun. Was there a particular reason why you didn't go for that?
What is it, before hold 4? Or yeah, I think yes, it was.
I believe it was going towards hold 3.
Oh, okay, hold 3.
Yeah, the shotgun appeared. You went and sold your pump action. I thought you were going to head back to pick it up, and you didn't. You went straight into hold 3. So obviously you decided to go completely without a shotgun at that point. Any
Yeah.
reasons why you didn't want to roll the 2-point semi-auto?
Yeah, regarding the last 2 tournaments, First to Worst and King of Score, that was my tactic as well. I would hope for a 2-point automatic shotgun for the hardened and these swarm encryptions. Yeah. But in my practice runs, I didn't really get to use them very effectively because I don't know if it's just me, if my rhythm is different than before, but I'm always does have very bad luck with the encryption spawns. So those encryptions always spawn when the Sussex are just coming through the door. So I would have to shoot the Sussex first, otherwise I take too much damage. And then I run out of capacity for the encryption, so I just told myself, yeah, I'm just gonna go with a high capacity gun and don't risk losing time by running dry amid encryption. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree with you for this seed. In terms of the holds that we get, they are a little cramped, in my opinion, to use the shotgun. You don't have the space to actually utilize the spread very effectively. The exception maybe being hold 4
Yeah,
and
yeah.
depending where you stand. So I do still like the 2-point semi-auto shotguns. I think they're very powerful role if you use them right. But I can't fault your logic there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much to both of you. Of course, Fable, the fight still goes on
Of course, of
in the
course.
goulash.
Thank you for moderating.
I look forward to seeing you both run again. And for those who are watching, our next run will be we'll start getting ready for that in approximately 10 minutes. So I hope to see you again shortly. And Fable, JohrolF, I look forward to seeing you again in the tournament.
All
So
right.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.